Guess my rent. 2,500 square feet, recessed lighting, just remodeled.
Well, Adrielle, seeing how you said guess it, you know what? I'm just going to stitch it. This way I know you'll see it. Number one, you call that being humble. Bragging about what you have, but you're humble. I think you really need to go and look up the definition of humble because you are anything but. You show all this nice big house. Hence, after all, it's an apartment. You're making over $300,000 on TikTok. Number one, why are you renting? Why haven't you bought? You know, brag away all you want, but at the end of the day, that's not your home. Just like your last one that you got kicked out of. Yes, you got kicked out of. You could get kicked out of this one as well. Sorry, my annoying husband had to interrupt me. Yes, that's right. I have a husband. You don't have anything. You don't have a older man and you don't have a young man. You know, the ones that you really like. You know, like Ash Trevino gets. Don't know why, but anyway. Back to what I was saying. So that apartment that you have right now could be taken away from you just like that. It already happened once. Can happen again. Also, what are you going to do when TikTok is actually shut down? Because it's going to happen. Believe that. What are you going to do? You will never make that kind of money on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, which we've all seen your Twitter. Real classy, Adrielle. You know, there is a site for that. You know, the site you claim you don't have, which I've always said, hey, I wouldn't judge you if you had that, because that's age protected. 13, 14, 15-year-olds can't see that content because you have to prove that you're 18 over. But anyway, so you can rub it in everybody's face, the big, giant, empty rooms that you have, but it all could be gone in the blink of an eye. And the last thing I'm going to say to you, because I know you're going to see this, which I'm loving, is you ought to take a look at some of my videos that I've made about parenting for you. Because I'd love to spend a week with you. I'd love to have a one-on-one chat with you. Hell, I'll battle you. I'll do whatever you want. But I'd love to give you some parenting lessons. Because the way that you humiliate and embarrass and shame your children while you're on live, which is almost 24/7, it's disgusting. Your children don't deserve that. And you're going to be very lucky if they have anything to do with you when they're older. Yeah, they have something to do with you right now because, one, they have to, but also because you're giving them everything and anything that they want. So they don't need for anything. But trust and believe when they get older, they're going to remember that mom was too wrapped up in TikTok and battling the young guys to worry about and spend time with them. You care more about TikTok and making money than you do spending with your children. You care more about TikTok than you do to worry about humiliating your children, you know, like you do to your son all the time, and like you did to your two daughters, and how you said people, if you have children that are between the ages of 9 and 12, which I happen to have an 11 and a 12-year-old, that unless you have them, you should sit down and shut up. Well, I do have those, and they don't fight like your kids do. In fact, my children have never taken their seatbelts off to fight each other, ever. You know why? Because they have love, care, guidance, support from their parents. And the last thing I'm going to tell you, seeing how I know you're going to see this, because you must have unblocked me. But one thing, and it's a strong piece of advice. Tell your son that his father is alive, because you lying to him and telling him that his dad is not alive, when I've seen his dad on this app, and he is very much alive, and there is no denying that he is his father. He looks just like your son. Trust and believe that when your son's older and he finds out that you lied to him all these years and said that his dad was unalive, you robbed him of that relationship with his father, which obviously he's a decent enough dad to his 2 daughters, so why wouldn't he beat his Sven, right? Sorry, not sure where I left off, but I know it had something to do with your son. Please let your son know that his dad is very much alive, and allow him that chance to heal that relationship and build one. Because if you don't, it's going to bite you in the ass. Trust and believe that. And again, go and look up the word humble. And also look up how someone your age, just Google and search women who are 32, 33, 34, not really sure how old you are, but just watch some videos of how a mom of 3 should be acting, because you don't act anything like that. You want to be like Ash Trevino, and that is someone I would not ever want to replicate, ever. She acts like you. You both do. You want to be young again. I want to be young again. But at the end of the day, I know that I am a 50-year-old mother of 3, grandmother to 2. I couldn't act the way that you do. I hope you take what I'm saying and you really truly listen to it, because this video right here, when you've made those other videos, oh, I don't know why I act this way. I should be grateful. I'm so grateful and thankful that I'm living such a privileged life, and I don't feel like I'm better than anybody else. And then you come back and you put something like this on. It's like a big F you to everybody. But really, the F you is going to come to you. Trust and believe that.